Hi everyone, I'm so back with week 2 and this is the 5th of Jan until the 11th, and this week I'm using the freezing season stickers from Simple Stories, and I didn't buy anything else other than these stickers. I think this is when I discovered cut aparts and Simple Stories and all that sort of thing, so I bought a lot of random things just because I like the stickers as well, to be honest. And this is a collection from 2018, so this is before I, as I said, discovered all the American brands. So yeah, I'm happy to use these stickers. I wanted to use them up and I did, so you'll see me use up a lot of stickers because obviously I only had a few used anyway, so there is plenty on there, but because I didn't have any cut parts, it meant that I could make up my own cards and obviously just fill them with stickers. The biggest thing that I found difficult to use was how many word stickers there was. And I love word stickers, but there was a lot to use up, so I do manage to use them all on these two layouts. But it does seem a bit overloaded with stickers. But I really want to use a winter collection for this week, obviously because one, it's January and it's winter, but also because it actually snowed. We do get snow, but not for very long. It will snow for about a week and then we won't see it again for another year. So I wanted to make the most of the fact that it was snowing so I could use a snowy collection. So I love the colours of this one. It's all like pinks, blues, greens, yellows, sort of lighter colours, not just blue and white as I feel like a lot of the other collections are. So it was nice to be able to spice it up a little bit and use the different colours. You'll see me flicking on and on lights because I could not figure out whether it looked better with or without, and I was just going backwards and forwards, so apologies for all the light movements. It just felt like a very dreary day outside and it just didn't seem like it was doing anything. So yeah, I go backwards and forwards a bit, so apologies. So the first photo that's going to go on the top is a photo of my back garden. So you can see like the decking in the shed and all that, but also the view that overlooks the town. We will miss this. Every time I look out there, I think, yeah, I'm definitely going to miss this when we move. So we're just making the most of it now and sort of soaking it up really. But it's lovely to see all the snowy fields in the background and things. It was very hazy though with the weather. You couldn't see too far, but yeah, it was lovely when it was all when we woke up and it was all covered in snow. The cats did not enjoy it. They didn't know what to make of it. I don't think Moose went outside at all throughout the night, so he really needed a wee, bless him. And I saw him scratching on the kitchen floor, so I knew he wanted to go out, so I had to plonk him out, and he just had a wee right by the door and then came running back in. So he was desperate to go out, bless him. But he was very good and he didn't wee in the house. Yeah, managed to get himself outside just in time. But yeah, Mango's not a fan of it either. She just sort of stays inside. She'll go out. She's not as much of a wimp as Moose is, but Joe actually ended up making a little pathway outside the door so they could go out without going into the snow and things. So that was cute of him. So I'm actually doing my title card first, which again, I don't really normally do, but I wanted to see what stickers I could use up on the first pocket. And I wanted to use these large house stickers and the words that says bundle up. And as you can see, it pretty much takes up most of the page, which is good. I'm going to use some of the word stickers and some of the snowflakes. And then I've obviously got a little bit of space left to put week 2 and obviously the dates on there. So that is that. The rest of this page is pretty much me just printing off a load of snowy pictures. I was working most of the week, so I didn't really get to go out much with it, but Joe was off and he was trying to clear the drive and things like that, so he was outside and we obviously did go for some walks, but it was perfect weather to stay inside and just scrapbook really. So yeah, I was enjoying just seeing the snow outside, but not necessarily getting all cold and damp and wet. But it didn't last long. I think it lasted a week, and then it just all gradually got warmer, so it just all gradually went. But that other little photo is a picture of Joe sort of making a snowman unintentionally, because he was rolling up snow to get it off the drive, and he obviously ended up with these big like balls. So he put one on top of the other and made a snowman. I wouldn't say he didn't put any decoration on this snowman. It was just a head and a body, but it was in our garden for so long because it was such thick snow. It just took ages to melt, and we were one of the last houses to have this little pile of snow outside because it just took so long to melt at the end of it. But I didn't really use much washi tape. I did have a pink glittery one, but I didn't use it much. I use it I think on the last pocket, but I had the border, which is all those little snowflake circles, so I'm using that as sort of like a washi tape alternative for this week, just to use up obviously the border strips. So yeah, the thing I was missing though was obviously space to journal. And I could just journal on the, just the paper that I'm using behind, but I thought I'd print off or stamp some label stickers. So I just stamped just the one, just so I can put at the top on one of my cards. And then I use a 6x4 card, which I'm going to be able to just write everything on there. So I've only just saved myself a little bit of space just to write a little bit about the snow, and then I'm going to write on the 6x4 that you'll see later pretty much about the rest of the week. But the one thing that I did do wrong on this layout is I intended on having 2 photos in the middle section, and then having a 6x4 photo and then a 3x4 photo on the bottom section. But I was just very distracted. Throughout this whole layout, I was very distracted. I just didn't seem to gel with it. I don't know whether it just required too much thinking. And sometimes with scrapbooking, I don't want to overthink it. I just want to be able to watch my TV and just enjoy doing it without thinking too much. And I think this just required a bit too much thinking for me at that time. And I was very, very distracted with what's going on with the house and other little bits. So maybe I wasn't in the right frame of mind to do Project Life. I don't know. Sometimes everything seems hard work. So it took me a long time to do this one. Nearly half hour, where sometimes it only takes me about 15 minutes. So yeah, it just took me a lot longer, but I was very distracted. So I ended up with 3 photos in the middle section and then a whole 6x4 pocket free. But it doesn't matter. As I said, I use it for journaling in the end anyway. So it works out. But yeah, just got very distracted with this layout. But there is a photo of me and Joe just went for a walk, just getting a picture of some of the snow in the background. As I said, we always go for a walk, and it's nice to walk in different seasons. And it was nice to see the kids sledding and people enjoying the snow as well. Obviously all the schools and stuff were closed, so the kids were just having fun. So on the card that's I made up myself, I just used a label stamp, and then I used the igloo, the snowman, and the little brewer sticker, as well as obviously a word sticker to try and use those up. On the picture of Joe and I, again, I'm using 2 more word stickers and little mittens and some of the larger stickers just to go in the background. And then I was working on my Florida album this week, and it came together really, really quickly, and I was so happy with how quickly I actually got it done. So I was working on that, and it was just, it was good fun just to sit inside and be warm and scrapbook about our sunny adventures in Florida. So I was just chilling out with a hot drink and scrapbooking my trip to Florida. So that was a nice one. So that was going to go down the bottom, but I ended up putting it in the in the middle section. And then the only 6x4 photo that I had, Joe and I, again, we went for a walk, but it just seemed like there was no daylight at all this week. Everything just felt dark. In the morning it felt dark, in the day it just felt a bit dreary, and then it just seemed to get dark very, very quickly. So when I was working, I was finishing about 3:30. We'd go out for a walk, and by the time we sort of walked back, it was nearly pitch black. So I did get a photo with me in the snow and things, but it's quite dark because, as I said, we didn't get to go out until a bit later on after work. Here I go with the lights again. I'm really not convinced which one looks better, so I'm just flicking the lights on and off constantly. I just can't wait for summer again, and for me it's the light. I just enjoy having more daylight, not just for scrapbooking obviously, but just in general. Like when I get up for work, it's just nice to be able to be in sunlight, and go out for walks. You can still go out for a walk at 8:00 in the evening, and it's not pitch black and it doesn't feel like you should be in bed. I'm really looking forward to spring and summer this year. It just feels like winter. I love winter, but it seems to drag on and on, especially in the UK, where it starts to get cold about end of October, and then we don't really come out of it until end of February. It just feels really long. I'm really looking forward to some more, hopefully better weather. But before we get better weather, we are going to Tromsø, which is obviously going to be cold. It's up in the Arctic Circle, but I'm ready for that, if that makes any sense. You sort of prepare better for that. Whereas, when you're in your own home country as such, you just want to go out to the shop. You don't want to get all your ski stuff on, and, it just seems ridiculous. So you end up just wearing like a normal coat and things, and it just feels cold. But for Tromsø, we are fully prepared with all our ski gear and things, so it shouldn't be too bad. But we'll get that out of the way, and then hopefully onto sunnier climes in March. So we'll see. But January does seem to have dragged. I'm recording this on the last day of January, and it does seem to have dragged. When I look back at this week, I thought, wow, that seems ages ago. Really, it was only 2 weeks ago, but it does seem quite far away. January always seems to drag, but I enjoy it. I love the time to go slow. I hate when time goes fast. I've got a little bit of a fear of time, I think. I just feel like I don't want things to end. Like, I want to, enjoy my days and just spend the days doing everything. It's like when it gets to 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening, I think, oh no, I'm not ready for the day to be over yet. Like, I just wish there was a couple more hours in the day to do things. But yeah, it's just winter. I think this time of year, everyone's a bit, it's all nice over Christmas and stuff, but it gets a bit sort of tiresome, always being cold and stuff like that. So I am looking forward to obviously having a little bit more warmth. But the UK is actually a very cold country. I don't know if people obviously in the UK know this, but people outside the UK, is a very cold country. Like, we don't get really blistering hot days. Even, in the height of summer, we'll get the odd random really, really hot week or something like that. But we'd never really go over 30 or anything like that. And it's not continuous. It's just a freak sort of time. But we are a cold country. So I do moan about it being cold, even though we are a cold country, we are quite far north. So, compared to Spain and Italy and all that, like they get warmth all year round, which is lovely. But not here in the UK, unfortunately. So, yeah, it's been a long video, this one, because as I said, it took me a long time just to get into it, and because I was using so many stickers, it was like focusing on trying to use all those stickers, and for some reason I was using a 12 by 12 paper piece from my scrapbooks, was just like a pink one with like wintry bits on there. It just seemed a bit too small. The last cut part was just too small, so I had to use some washi tape just to make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to use the little Christmas tree and the bird at the bottom alongside some more word stickers, and I'm going to put some lines on there. I'm going to draw some lines with my ruler, and I'm going to use that as my journaling area that I can write about this week. So yeah, I'm just going to use my alphas that I've learnt how to use properly this time. I stamped them better. I think I stamped them too hard on my previous week, so these ones are a lot better and it comes out a lot better. So yeah, I'm learning, and I really like these letters. I think they're really just simple and easy. They're not like too complicated to read or anything like that. They're just nice basic letters, and I think they look quite casual. So yeah, I love them. But yeah, the second half of this week is just exciting because we go to Harry Potter Studios. So there's only a couple of photos of when we went, because I will be doing a full album on the trip, because there's just so many photos, and I wanted to obviously, I want to document it because obviously it was for my birthday as well. So I'll be doing a separate little album for that. But there will be a few photos in the next layout. But yeah, so January has been a long month and we've done loads of stuff already. February's going to be looking to just be just as busy. And yeah, this year is shaping up to be very busy, but exciting busy. Not anything major, just lots of fun things planned, just to keep us, ticking over. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this part. Apologies for all the light flashing everything, but I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll be back with part 2 shortly. Thank you very much. Bye.